Hello. Hello, thank you. Is there, it's such an honor to be here tonight. I'm just curious, is there anyone at the hospital right now? Because that would be awkward if people came in with an emergency and people were like, oh, we're having a party tonight. Can your broken leg wait? Can I tell you something? This is my beautiful wife, Jeannie, and thank you. I had nothing to do with it. Oh, they were applauding you. By the way, when I was asked for Jeannie and I to speak at the 33rd, what is this?
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball, honoring Mount Sinai, all I could, I got the call and I was like, so you want me to speak in front of the group of people that saved my wife's life? I only had one question. How much are you going to pay me? And let me tell you something. I know that, like Mount Sinai, we've heard some amazing things from amazing people. And you guys have grown, and there was 45 beds. But you want to know how important this hospital is? Mount Sinai is so important, they named a mountain in Israel after this hospital. Look it up. It's in the Bible, people. That's how good this hospital is. Now listen to this woman, because I have to also.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, I made some notes here not because I couldn't remember what to say it, so I can not say everything I wanted to say because I'm supposed to be brief. But this hospital and Dr. Joshua Betterson saved my life, and it's the reason I'm here today. So as you heard, a year ago, I was diagnosed with a massive brain tumor on my brainstem. And judging from the fact that I'm here tonight, standing here, the surgery was like 100% successful. And I came out of the surgery wearing this outfit and walked right out.
It's true. It is true. It's
So,
all absolutely true.
in the months that followed the surgery, because of the cranial nerves that were compromised by the surgery, I actually ended up, even though the surgery was completely successful, that my recovery was a little difficult because in the few hours, I guess, or the night after I had the surgery, I aspirated my saliva and developed double lung strep pneumonia, which also was a life-threatening.
Which is pretty impressive.
It was pretty impressive.
Like,
I like to do things all the way.
That's the coolest pneumonia you can get.
It's
really.
the coolest one. So I was in the ICU at Mount Sinai for a couple of weeks, having round-the-clock care, and the people that were coming into the ICU nurses, Joe, who, I don't know his last name, but Joe, the ICU nurse, was...
He might not have one.
He might not have one. He might be like Madonna. Like, it's just one name. Joe, the ICU nurse. But he and all the staff, and I remember, just like Mr. Schumer just said, the people that... I remember I couldn't speak, much to my husband's happiness, because I had a tracheotomy. But the people who came into the ICU were like angels. I was just thinking, like,
she was on a lot of drugs.
Everyone from the doctors that I had checking on me 24 hours a day, to the people who picked up the gowns and swept the floor, I just remember thinking, these are the angels. Mount Sinai was the experience, and I live downtown at the time. It wasn't Mount Sinai downtown. I came all the way up here to the ER when I found out my life was in danger, and I wound up in Dr. Betterson's hands. And every single person that has touched my life here has been an angel. And I don't know how I wound up here, but I just am so thankful for this institution. And I'd just like to just name some of the people that helped me here. So Leslie Schlechter, the person who is Dr. Bederson's assistant, who managed all my care. Dr. Mark Corey, who is in otolaryngology, and Leanne Goldberg, who's been helping me with speech therapy, and is the reason I don't have a tracheotomy or a feeding tube anymore, and I'm able to swallow on my own. Dr. Glenn Chun, who's my pulmonologist, who's the reason I'm not lugging a big oxygen tank up here on stage with me, and who's managed my pneumonia and got me through this whole thing, because that oxygen tank did not fit in my little purse that I was bringing tonight. Wouldn't work. And then also, just to let you know, people come from all over the world to be here at Mount Sinai, and I'm so lucky to live in New York City. And just to give you a little taste of like what kind of a place this is. The day before the surgery, I had to have an embolization in my tumor, which is when they go in and cauterize the veins that are feeding the blood to the tumor. Enjoy your dinner. Anyway, the point is that Dr. Joanna Fifi, who is another amazing neurologist here, who was embolizing the tumor, found out through this exploration that I had only one good carotid artery that was able to take this cauterization, because I had this rare disease. And by the way, don't take your car to the shop, because you're going to find out you have a lot of other stuff going on with it. But I had this rare disease called fibromuscular dysplasia, FMD. And it just was random that they found it here at Mount Sinai. And just to give you a little taste of like how crazy this is, the pioneer of discovering this disease was across the hall. Dr. Jeffrey Olin. They're like, you just go across the hall for your treatment of FMD. So every single person who I've been treated by at Mount Sinai, and the list goes on and on. I can't name them all because I was told to be brief, and I've already like violated that rule. Has been like the best and the top of their profession, and I just want to thank you. I thank you. My husband thanks you. My 5 children thank you. And thank you for letting me be here today to tell you my story.
I think we should go down. What? I think that was good. We should go down.
I go away?
Enjoy your dinner.
It's good.